This question's for Chase. Chase, with all the stuff that took place this week, did the distractions have any impact on this team heading into this game, the readiness?
No, I think we were excited. Obviously, Kalani coming back, and there was some stuff at the beginning of the week not knowing. But ultimately, we're football players, and we want to go play football this weekend and win a Big 12 championship, whatever happened, I think we were able to lock in, and we were just excited for what we're building here at BYU. We'll be back in the Big 12 championship in the upcoming season. So I feel like, obviously it hurts, and you look back at all the different things that could have caused like something like this, but they're a good team. They made plays. They had some turnovers, and we didn't execute the way we needed to. So ultimately it comes down to that, and still love my brothers. We're not going to point fingers or anything. We're going to go out and smile and be a good son, be a good brother, and be a BYU football player. So.
Chase, you and Kalani both said that you're going to be back in the near future in the Big 12 title, but being around this program for 4 years now, where do you think BYU needs to kind of grow the most as a program to eventually beat a team like Texas Tech, and where are your some initial thoughts there?
Yeah, we're building this program, right? And you've seen it in the past, like what's been happening over time as we've joined the Big 12. We're top 20 in recruiting, right? This year, and that's going to help a lot. You need some talent on the team, obviously, and so when you go execute, you have a coach like Kalani, you have coaching staff like that we have now, and you get those recruits, and you get these young guys building and growing. You got a freshman quarterback that just went 11-2. Like all BYU fans should be freaking hyped about the next coming seasons and coming back and beating a team like Texas Tech. That's a great team, and they were able to put together a good squad with all the resources and everything that they have, and I think now that we've been able to step up and have those resources now, we're going to be right up there with them.
Chase, you were nursing a hamstring injury the past couple weeks. How close to 100% were you today, and do you feel like it affected your play at all?
I mean, I feel like everyone at this point in the season is battling something, so I'm not going to, complain and say that, I was battling a hamstring injury. Bear was playing with one leg, you know what I mean? Everyone just got to go do their part, do their thing, and I felt good enough to play, so I was going to go play and do my best, and that's everyone on the whole team, both sides, you know what I mean? So it's part of the game, it's part of football, especially at the end of the season.
Sir Faletau, it looked like you had a chance at an interception early on in this game. How much do you rue opportunities like that when you look at the outcome in a game like this?
Obviously you could tell that we should have made more plays, on defense. When it comes to big games like this, it really comes down to the team who makes those big plays and takes advantage of those opportunities. So defensively, I feel like we had a lot of times where we could make plays like that, get interceptions, sacks, even that fumble. I want to say lucky bounce, but at the same time, like run to the ball and get on that thing. So overall, they just made more plays, more big plays than us that game.
Chase, what was Texas Tech's defense doing to basically eliminate any shots downfield from you guys? You gave us pretty quick passes today.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to point any fingers. I feel like we all just could have done better as a squad. I could have gotten open more, and they did have that cover 6 that makes it hard. They get deep, and Bear's getting pressure. It's hard for him to find openings. They have a great D-line that's tough and strong and gets pressure on the quarterback. So everything combined, I think the first drive we were able to kind of find a rhythm. We were hitting those ends and running the ball, and felt good. And we just couldn't maintain that the rest of the game, and they were able to take that away and get pressure on the QB, and we just couldn't find our flow the rest of the game, unfortunately. But I liked the way we started with a lot of energy, a lot of effort, and unfortunately, with the turnovers, it's hard to come back to a team like that when they have that field position and start scoring a bunch of points.
Do either of you really have a message for the CFP that, your worthiness to be a part of the 12-team playoff?
Sure. I say, we won all season. The only time we've lost is number 4 team in the nation. So obviously Texas Tech is a great team. But I feel like we can go out there and compete. yeah, like you should be able to get in with winning games. So that should be how it's been.
Yeah, no, it's a great league. The Big 12 is, and we're the second best team in the Big 12 when you look at it. And I think we can obviously go compete. I have a lot of confidence in my guys. When we don't turn the ball over and we're able to play together, then we're hard to beat. So let's just see what happens. I know it's hard. I know we're building too as a program, and whatever happens, I think we're ready to take it on. And I think if we do get a chance at the college football playoffs, and I think we should, that we'll go compete and be competitive.
As a follow-up to that, and maybe for both of you, how optimistic are you about it? And are you looking forward to the announcement, or are you kind of dreading it because you might not be in there? How do you all look at that part of it?
And we're all going to be jumping up and down and cheering and ready to go. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching.
Yeah, I feel like you always got to be optimistic about that. I always just believe that your team, even with a little chance, like if that little chance is worth anything, like we're going to believe and hope that we get in.
For both you guys, if the playoff doesn't come calling, how do you feel like this locker room is going to respond to if you guys don't make it to the playoff and just go to a bowl game?
Yeah, we all love each other so much. There's just such a great culture that we've built. And the team that we have, we're going to go out and we're going to play our hearts out. And we're going to prepare the right way. And, the guys that are going to move on, I think, are going to want to showcase, a better outing, at least for me. I want to, be able to end on a bang and be able to showcase our skills, and then for the young guys to build something and create a momentum going into the next part of the season like we did last year at the Alamo Bowl.
One more question for our student athletes. Chase, you've referenced the future multiple times and how bright it is for BYU. Where do you see Bear Bachmeier's game going from a kid who was playing high school ball a year ago? Just the progress you saw this year, and where do you see it going from here? Yeah,
he's only going to get better. Obviously, as a freshman, there's a lot of learning curves, and I couldn't imagine getting thrown into a position like this as a freshman kid. And he knows and he understands his role, and as he matures and grows and just gets more experience, he's going to be that much better. And the toughness is there. Everything's there to be a great football player, to be one of the best quarterbacks in college football. And, as we keep building and get those recruits and everyone building and growing and learning as Bear leads the way, it's going to be a hard team to beat. So I'm excited for the future and for Bear.
All right, we have Tanner Wall with us. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll get the microphone to you.
Tanner, maybe what was different this time around compared to the first time you guys faced Texas Tech, if anything?
Honestly, when you look at it, the way the game went, pretty similar, right? In a lot of stat categories, we lost the turnover margin 4-0. Last time 3-0. I thought, defensively we fought and battled in some of those short fields to try to force them into field goals or no points. But honestly, just looking at the way the game went, felt like they made more plays than us, right? Their playmakers made plays that changed the momentum of the game, and we weren't really able to do that on our end.
Parker, the offense started really, really well and kind of unraveled after that. What were the reasons for that?
Yeah, like it was last time we played them, we just weren't executing. We weren't playing our brand of football, and we let that game get out of hand because we weren't making plays.
Okay.
Parker, what did their defense do to maybe take away more downfield shots? It felt like a lot of the passing game was shorter underneath stuff.
Yeah, they were just bailing. They didn't want to get beat over the top, and they made us beat them in front of them, and we weren't playing clean football, and we weren't executing.
Tanner, you talked about you felt like the game went the same way it did in Lubbock, but Kalani came in here and said he felt you guys were more competitive, you were more physical in this matchup. Would you agree with, his assessment of it?
Yeah, if our head ball coach, saw it that way, then absolutely, I trust him and would agree. I thought we played physical. I thought we played with great effort. Just as I mentioned, they made way more plays than we did.
Parker and then Tanner. Coach Sitaki basically said that's the best team in the country. So as an offensive player, is that the best team you've faced in your career at BYU? And also Tanner, same question on defense.
Yeah, 100%. That's the best defense I've ever gone against, and to be able to play them twice it's honestly an honor to play those guys because it makes every other team not every other team's good, but that is the best defense in the country. And to beat those guys, you got to play clean football, and they're gonna make a run in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, no, that's if not the best, the top 3 team in the country, and we had to play them twice. We didn't play our best either time that we played them, but I think offensively they capitalize very well on the way that they get big plays and momentum from their defense. Right? They had, 7-ish short fields today. Right? So and when you're in that position as a defense, you gotta just fight and claw and try to keep points off the board, which we tried to do. But that's an exceptional team. They have great players across the board, and they're coached extremely well. And the way that they play complements each other, right? They play great complementary football, and thought they did that well today.
Parker, BYU is now 11-2. Their only 2 losses. Your only 2 losses are to Texas Tech and their top 5 team. Do you feel like you belong in the college football playoff?
Yeah, 100%. To be 11-1 in a Power 4 conference is something that's really hard to do, and the fact that we aren't getting the respect that we deserve, or the Big 12 even, we're not getting respected is, it pisses you off, right? It makes you mad, and to have the conference championship as the reason why we can't go or get in, I think is not right. What's the point of even getting the conference championship if it's going to hurt your odds of getting into playoff or not?
Any more questions? One more here, right here in front, yes.
For Tanner, if the playoff doesn't come calling for you guys, how do you expect this locker room to respond to anything less than the playoff?
Just finishing the season the right way. Sucks to lose the way that we did today. So coming back from that, knowing we don't want to end our season, losing, losing back-to-back games. I think we're going to channel a lot of the hurt that we feel right now for whatever game, we get, and go out there and play for each other and end the season on an exclamation point.
Tanner, as a senior who's seen this program grow, where do you think you need to grow the most, though, to eventually close the gap with, the best, one of the top 5 team in the country? So next time you're here, it's a different result for BYU.
Yeah, no, I think we're headed in the right direction. I think Kalani's laid down an amazing culture, and that's deeply rooted into our program, and that's going to continue to bring forth great fruit. We're capitalizing on a lot of momentum from our success in recruiting, bringing in amazing players. We've got great players in our locker room now, but the players who are coming in and who are going to continue to wear the Y and carry that legacy, I know we'll do an amazing job doing that. So I think as we really understand our identity of who we are and what BYU football will be in this conference, I think we're going to have a lot of confidence and continue to have a lot of success in the way that we play. I envision future matchups with Texas Tech being just like this. Like those games will mean a lot because they're a great program, and they're going to continue to have great players and great coaches. So going forward, this will be an amazing matchup for years to come. But just really excited for the future and knowing that Kalani's the guy at the top leading the boys.